guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another speed build. Today I am back building a mid-century modern inspired family home, and this home is 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and coming in at 61,897 simoleons. I've really wanted to build something in this style ever since we got the platform update, and I'm just getting around to it now. This is actually one of my favorite styles to build in, both build and decorate. And so I'm really excited to share this one. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. We do have quite a bit of split leveling in here, including a sunken living space and kind of a different floor plan than I typically go for. So I was really happy with that, but we're working on the outside now, trying to figure out the steps up to the front door using this really cute front door from Tiny Living, which I absolutely love, and just adding an extension over here. I originally thought that this could kind of look like a garage on the outside, but I decided to get rid of that in the end and add some really big windows and a nice door that ends up being how you can exit or enter to the kitchen from outside. And I just really liked it. Like I said, I had a lot of fun with this floor plan, and you'll see that come together as we go. But right now, just adding those windows and another little deck space over here, some nice fencing, which is a base game fencing that just perfectly fits this style. I quite enjoyed that. And then just adding a little chimney here as well. This isn't where the chimney in the house goes. Or the fireplace inside goes, but it's where the chimney on the outside is. So we're going to ignore that. It's The Sims. It's okay. No big deal. But just working on some landscaping here, of course, using lots of show live edit objects landscaping, some really pretty cacti and palm trees, and these little garden beds, which I love so much. I do cover up the area where they overlap with a bunch of other plants. And I just have fun filling it out. I think it came out really nice and gave it a very interesting shape to use those instead of some normal fences and all of that. And then just adding another little bump out over here, which actually ends up being the ensuite bathroom for the master bedroom. So I quite enjoyed that. That's what the second bathroom ends up being. I think I only show one of them on camera though in this speed build. So you'll see the regular bathroom that everyone has access to. But right now we're just working on this landscaping. We have a little bit of a sunken area with a bunch of little plants, placing down our trash can and our mailbox. Don't want to forget those. I feel like those are so easy to forget. Although I think the thing I forget the most often is either the litter box or the toddler potty. I just can't remember that other people other than young adults need to poop. And that's honestly a problem. Oh, why do all my voiceovers end up coming back to poop? You know what? It's fine. That made me smile. That made me giggle. I've been having a really rough time lately. I feel like everyone has been that way this year, and it's been tough. I've been not doing so hot lately, and that's why I didn't upload yesterday. This was supposed to go up yesterday. But you know what? It's fine. I just giggled about poop, and I'm talking to you guys, and it's going to be a good rest of the day, I hope. But just working on some landscaping now. Continuing that with some terrain paint, adding lots of that sandy texture before we move on to the inside. And let me tell you, as we get back to the inside here in a minute, I had no idea what I wanted to do with the floor plan for quite some time. So we're going to just ignore parts of what I do at first, and it'll be fine. But right now we're working on the backyard, and there's a pool, and this pretty much stays the same. But on the inside, I really didn't know. But if I got rid of it and just went with what I went with in the end, all of a sudden it'd be done and be like, how did you get to this? So I left it in. I thought the living room was going to be over on the other side where I have bedrooms, and this was going to be an office with some closet space, and just none of that happened. That's just not how this worked out. I do end up having this long hallway though. That does happen, and then I told you that bump out over on the left-hand side is going to be a bathroom. That doesn't happen for a while either though. I'm trying to figure out, okay, I need to split this down the middle. Now these rooms are really weird shaped. What do I do here? It's a lot of experimenting and trying to figure out how to make it work. But we figured it out in the end. It's kind of an interesting floor plan. I really like how it came out, but it is definitely a little bit different. So when you walk in, you're on a raised platform and you can step down and you're in the kitchen and dining space. And then if you walk around the corner here, it's going to be lower down, and that's going to be where the living room area is. We're closing that off right now just to alter the platforms, and that's going to be the living room. I really, really like how this layout came out, and I even bring in some of that outdoor fencing to be the separation between the kitchen and the living space. and use this really tacky green carpet. And it was just so much fun to work with this color scheme. It's a lot more muted, but I do have this green color present throughout most of the build, and I quite enjoyed that. I feel like a lot of times when I do this style, it's either like really orange or I go all out with color. So this time doing a little bit more of a neutral color scheme was really nice, kind of refreshing, definitely my style. I would love this home. Granted, I'd probably rip up those carpets and say bye to that, but the rest of it is so my style. Maybe a new fridge and stove as well. I'm not sure. But this is definitely like the kind of home I would love to have. This is just one of my favorite styles overall. Like the furniture, the style of the houses, it's just so good. But I'm using this like little L shape that I'm making out of the couches that came with my first pet stuff, using this beautiful fireplace that came with Eco Lifestyle, and a little TV over here, making it super cozy, some plants, a nice little lamp, some of my favorite items I just got to use in this build, and I quite enjoyed that. Also, I decided I wanted to put this here, so I moved the windows because that makes sense in real life. Oh, you want to put this beautiful china cabinet in this place? Let's just move the windows. That's easy enough to do. But luckily in The Sims, it's easy. Just kind of like, I know earlier The Sims tweeted out something like, tell us you're a simmer without telling us you're a simmer. And one of the responses I kept seeing, which is the first thing I think of as well, is I wanted to buy a pizza, so I sold the window. And I feel like moving the window to have a china cabinet is really the same vibe. So yeah, The Sims is interesting for sure. But I love it. I think you guys know that. Just adding some more clutter to the kitchen here. I wanted it to have like a couple things so it felt lived in, but didn't feel like over the top and cluttered and messy. Just have some tea, some utensils for the stove, a nice drying rack, and some paper towels. I also added a bookcase by the back door, which is kind of a weird place, but I feel like it worked. And that way you have a bookcase. And then the beautiful chair from bowling stuff. But we're in the bathroom now. This shower is perfect. It is from Get Famous. Get Famous, bowling stuff, and I feel like there's another one. Probably Tiny Living or Nifty Knitting. I love how those ones rhyme. But all of those have really nice mid-century furniture, so I would recommend those, and those are ones I definitely used a lot of in this particular build. But like I said, I didn't limit my pack usage. But those ones I used a lot of, especially Get Famous. Anyway, as I continue decorating the master bedroom, I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you guys. In my last video, I mentioned that we were getting really close to 140,000 subscribers, and so many new friends joined us that day. So thank you guys, and hello everybody that popped in that is new. We are still climbing our way up to 140K. So if you are new here and you haven't subscribed yet, it is absolutely free. I'd love to have you join us, and it's a way to keep up to date with new videos as they come out. It would mean the absolute the absolute world to me if we could hit 140,000 by the end of 2020. So yeah, if you'd like to join our family, I'd love to have you. But anyway, we're working on a kind of tween room now. It's very pink. I don't know why I go for pink so often in these younger rooms. I just really like to, which is interesting because I never really liked pink when I was a kid. Like when I was really little, I apparently did. I don't really remember that. But my rooms were always like all kinds of rainbow colors and cheetah print and like no pink. So I think it's really interesting that I decorate that way so often in The Sims. But it's a bit of fun. And then this is a double room over here. There's 2 beds in here, and the color scheme is really green and blue and teal. And I think it turns out being a kind of cute room. I imagine that the kids in here enjoyed music and reading. So I added lots of like book related things in here, and there ends up being a stereo and some posters as well that relate to some music. And that's pretty much it for this room. I think all that's left now is some stuff outside. Yeah, we're getting a couple of chairs right outside the kitchen space, so maybe you could sit out here with a cup of coffee. And just gonna finalize some of the outdoor space with some loungers by the pool and some more plants. And then we're going to be heading on into screenshots. I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. That really helps me out. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I'd love to have you join us as we approach 140K. That is absolutely wild. And if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video if you're interested in keeping up with that. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the screenshots, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.